For this activity, I want to show you how to sew on a magnetic snap onto your e-cuff the easiest way. So we have a needle that's threaded and knotted at the end here. Here are both parts of your snap. You only need one part of your snap, so we'll just keep one on the surface here. So you want to take the snap, hold it on the material with one hand, and then you want to take your needle and come up through the back, because remember, we don't want the knots to show, so we want them to be on the back side of the fabric. And you just sew around this. Sometimes we call it looping around. So we're sewing the part down to the fabric. Now if you did the sequin activity, it's kind of the same. So like pretend you're coming up through the center of the sequin and you're going down through the outside of the sequin. This is the same process that you would use to sew a button on. You would come up through one hole, go down through another hole. Now, one of the things that I wanted to show you is how to get from here to the next one, because you don't have to knot and cut this thread, because this is non-conductive thread. So all you want to do is take a tiny little stitch here. So just come up through the material and go down through the material. And then we're kind of working our way over to this next snap hole. And you'll come up, you can come up on the outside of the snap hole if you want to. If that's easier for you than coming up through the center, it's whatever is easiest, as long as it's secured to the e-cuff, because this snap is what's gonna not only hold it on your wrist, but it's also going to be part of your electrical circuit. So you just want to make sure that it's secured onto this and that your stitches are nice and tight. Okay, so what I would do then, I would go ahead and I would go over to this next one, my final, and just take a tiny, or a full stitch. It doesn't matter because I'm actually running into that double sticky tape underneath that I put on, which is not fun to sew through. And then you start on your third one. And then when you get done with this third one, then go ahead, tie a knot on your back and trim it. And you'll be done with your first snap. Your other snap, you're going to do exactly the same, only this snap, well, I missed a stitch. And the end snap will go on the other side. It will go on the underside, if you remember. That way, when your snaps fasten, they'll be nice and flat for you. There, so I've gone around 3 times, and so now I'm ready to turn it over. I'm ready to do my little stitch where I can take a piece of the fabric, create a loop, and go through the loop. And you want to do that, remember, you want to do that 2 times. And I see a little thread there that needs clipped. If you have any excess little threads, be sure and just snip those off. And that is it. So there you have a nice snap that's really firm, it's tight. Like, this is not going to come off when you're playing around with it.